What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. Remember, before we get into those pitches, hit that subscribe button. I just finished an interview with Dylan Cease yesterday. You're not going to want to miss all the great content we have coming up for you this year. So hit subscribe, and without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with a young budding ace, Tarik Skubal, who had 9 Ks in 6 innings. His low 90 sliders really stood out to me, and his fastball also touched 97. Another budding young ace, Jesus Luzardo, the Jesus Lizard, touched 99 on his fastball and also had wicked breaking balls. He had 7 Ks in 6 innings and looks like he's putting all his nasty stuff together this year. Keep an eye on the Jesus Lizard. One of the best younger pitchers in baseball, Shane McClanahan, was at it again. He actually leads the major leagues in strikeout rate. And you can see why. His fastball touched 100.7 miles an hour, which is the fastest in the American League this year. And his slider was wicked. Opponents are only hitting an amazing 190 off his slider, 132 off his curveball, and a big fat 0 off his changeup. No hits this year off his changeup so far. And he gets a 58% whiff rate on his changeup. You can see his mechanics, how aggressive he is towards home plate with a little jump at the end. And that aggressiveness to home plate, combined with a fastball that touches 100, would make that changeup really tough to hit. Another young pitcher, Hunter Greene, had one of the weirdest outings of all time. He struck out 7 hitters in 2 2/3 innings. That's 7 hitters out of 8 possible outs. He walked only 1. So you'd be like, Ninja, that sounds really good. Well, he also gave up 5 home runs and 8 earned runs in 2 2/3. Basically, it was all or nothing. Hitters were either K'ing or dropping bombs. Nola had a fantastic start that the Phillies eventually lost by giving up 7 runs in the 9th inning, but we won't go there. Nola had these beautiful front door two-seamers. Nola's front door two-seamer is so pretty. He gets about 19 inches of arm side run on these. As a hitter, you think you're going to wear it, and it ends up in the zone. He also had his nasty knuckle curve and his wicked changeup working. Rich Hill, a.k.a. Dick Mountain, had these nasty curveballs. These things broke anywhere from 20 to 22 inches. Pure filth as always from Dick Mountain. On to some relievers. Felix Bautista had this 100-mile-an-hour sword. And then check out this overlay of a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and his 88-mile-an-hour splitter. As a hitter, you're gearing up for 100 miles an hour, and then you get an 88-mile-an-hour splitter with that much run on it. Forget it. I had mentioned that the Phillies blew the lead against the Mets. Well, cue the trumpets. Edwin Diaz came in with his nasty sliders and shut the door again. Electric. Another one of my favorite closers, Emanuel Clase, came in, and look what he did to George Springer here. He throws his cutter in the upper 90s and has touched 103 on his cutter, which makes it insane, and then can throw a slider off it. Not fair at all. Tyler Rogers' twin brother, had this wicked slider. Look at this. He makes Sanchez hit the dirt. As an umpire, you have to call this a strike because it just makes it so much better. And of course, what are you going to throw next? But another slider, and he gets the K on Sanchez, and then K Soler with his slider. But my filthiest pitcher of the day was Shohei Ohtani. It was a total Shohei show. He had 11 Ks in 7 innings with no walks. And just look at this stuff. It's ridiculous. He had 100.3 on his fastball, had these nasty sliders and curveballs. He even KO'd Devers on a curveball. Pitching Ninja ref Steve Willis counts him out. And I love the emotion he pitches with. Look at this emotion after his 11th strikeout. I love it. Shohei is must-watch baseball. He had 29 swings and misses this game, had over an 80% strike rate. In fact, no pitcher since 1988 other than Max Scherzer threw more strikes with fewer pitches. On the season so far, his strikeout-to-walk ratio is an amazing 8.2 to 1 right now. And he has 41 Ks in 26 innings. If you look at the StatCast numbers, the leaderboard is basically all Ohtani. And best of all, at the plate, he hit this opposite field shot off the green monster that knocked down his own number from the scoreboard. It's like a scene from The Natural. In fact, Shohei may be the natural. There's simply nothing this man can't do. He is just jaw-droppingly great. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. It comes from Australia, where Jen Beacom was pitching and threw this nasty curveball. And it shows even in Australia, they know about Pitching Ninja.
I think Pitching Ninja is going to have this on repeat.